I hear all the time, Nammyo Rengekyo. Look, it's almost become Japanese cultural, not icon, but a cultural message. Like, you hear everywhere, including TVs, and the people take it for granted. But I don't think many people know about what that really means unless you are in the tradition. So please tell us a little bit about the Nammyo Rengekyo.
Sure. Also the pronunciation. So a lot of times in modern, if you look at the Chinese characters, there's no character nam. It's namu, right? So the two of them coming together means honor be or respect to, upholding. So in most Buddhist traditions, in Chinese you hear namo, the Japanese pronunciation being namu. The idea in Japan, namas, which means like to uphold or understand. And a myoho rengekyo. Myoho rengekyo is simply the title of the Lotus Sutra. So to simply explain these characters of myoho rengekyo, it's important to understand why the Buddha named the Lotus Sutra myoho rengekyo. Because interesting thing, the Buddha symbolized the Lotus Sutra with a flower, okay? And why, if you look at all of Asia, that lotus flower is a symbol of enlightenment or clarity. And so the Buddha, Nichiren Shonin, said that within the sutra, it shows that the lotus flower grows in the muddy water, right? And even though it's in a muddy pond, it grows and it's not contaminated by the mud. However, it's interesting, it gets its nutrition from the mud. So like this world, people think this world is dirty and want to go somewhere else when they pass away. However, Nichiren Buddhists believe the Pure Land is here. This is the land of the eternal Buddha, here and now. So therefore, in the somewhat dirty aspects of the world is the greatest nutrition for enlightenment. That is characterized by renge, which means lotus flower. Myoho means the great universal law. So myoho, meaning the universal law, means the natural law. Some people have called it the mystic law, but that seems a little bit too, too spiritual in that way. But the wondrous law, in saying the natural law. So that means the reality of all things, the universal law. And then renge, of course, is lotus flower, and kyo means sutra. So that is the meaning of the Daimoku. And Namu Myoho Renge Kyo was the expression that Nichiren Shonin chanted for the first time in 1253, which is the founding day of Nichiren Shu. They say April 28, 1253, before giving his first lecture. And in that, he was expressing, because again, essence is what we're talking about in the Lotus Sutra, he was expressing his upholding of the teachings of the Buddha, which was an amazing action that people could do. Because if you look at most Buddhism, it's really complicated. So a lot of people have to spend many years in sitting, meditation, etc. But Nichiren Shonin said, according to the Buddha's teaching, which is also found in the Lotus Sutra, that when one upholds the Lotus Sutra as their ethics, as their belief, as their life, just like the lotus, it begins to grow, and they are able to manifest the essence within the words Namu Myoho Renge Kyo. I take refuge in Myoho Renge Kyo, the wonderful Dharma teaching of the Lotus Flower Sutra.